Had to show how cool this background is, and also hopefully this video is going to work, because my computer is already struggling with storage. So hopefully I won't have to break this up into 2 parts, and it'll be one nice long combined video. That's why I said I can't make I can't do the whole thing at once, because my computer can't handle it. All right, enjoy the video. My peaches. How are you? So I have this massager, wood therapy. That's what this is. I need to get back into using my wood therapy tools more than ever now. Oh, what a sad, sad, sad day yesterday was, and every day that we creep closer to January 20th. But that's not what this video is about. What I wanted to talk about in this video is Justin Baldoni. So I actually was thinking I would read his lawsuit against the New York Times, but as I started listening to it being read on naturalreaders.com, I realized that he was mentioning the fact that Blake Lively had not filed a lawsuit against him yet, and he is supposedly going to be filing a lawsuit against her directly. So I think what I'll do is I will wait until his lawsuit on, that against her directly comes out. And now that she put her lawsuit out, I'm sure that, his lawyers are going to want to go over it thoroughly and respond to it thoroughly. So I don't anticipate that his lawsuit will come out, right away, but probably pretty soon. So in the meantime, I just wanted to say that I do intend to do that. So just some general housekeeping updates, I guess. Emily D. Baker streamed the Karen Read, R-E-A-D, Read, Daubert trial today, to see if the dog bite expert lady, Dr. Russell, is going to be allowed to testify again or not. On one hand, I can see Judge Cannoni agreeing with the defense, which is that Karen has a right to bring up a defense, and she has a right to say, it didn't happen the way you said it happened some other way, and this is what I think it was, and here's an expert to talk to that. And so they're saying, I still don't really understand, to be honest, at all, because if it's a dog bite or dog scratch, which is what Dr. Russell basically said today, it could be a dog bite, it could be a dog scratch. She's not really sure, but she's sure. She's sure it's either one of those, maybe, probably, but she doesn't know really. But that's what she thinks, and she is legitimately extremely qualified, with decades of experience. But I don't know. I could see. This is my blanket that I've been patching. It's not a quilt because it's an already made blanket, but it had that nasty polyester Sherpa, so I covered it almost completely. My son, he's so hilarious, he just turned 13, and he said this is like nail ripping out material, especially toenail ripper material. He despises Sherpa, but it's fluffy, but yes, it is very snaggy. So I bought this cute blanket. It's an Eddie Bauer throw that I bought off Amazon. And it's cute with this green plaid flannel back. But then it had that Sherpa all over it. And it wasn't really that thick. So I bought it. And then I've been working on it, and I turned it into a cute quilt kind of patchy thing with a bunch of my fabrics. Anyway, that was a sidebar. Sidebar. So as I was saying, I know that Karen Read is trying to prove that Chloe the dog attacked John when he was inside the house. But it's so obvious, and it was said clearly in the trial, he didn't die from whatever those marks are on his arm. He didn't die from that. So it really just doesn't make sense. I know that the experts said, no, there's no way that he was hit by the SUV. But then they also said, well, but I mean, he could have been. He could have been somehow hit by it, which flung him back hard enough, which cracked his skull and incapacitated him enough for him to know. Oh, I got my thimbles. Oh, I gotta go get that. My new cute set. Just bought. I hurt the heck out of my. Well, this I did earlier by accidentally vegetable peeling a little bit on my thumb. But I hurt my thumb pushing my needle through these thick layers. Anyways, let's see if this will work. So I was saying, I kind of don't get it. Like, they're trying so hard to prove that he was scratched by a dog, and they even were saying, like, the prosecutor was, so a Daubert trial is.
A Daubert trial refers to a legal process where a court assesses the admissibility of expert testimony using the Daubert standard, which is a set of factors established by the Supreme Court case Daubert versus Merrill Dow Pharmaceuticals to determine if expert testimony is reliable and scientifically sound enough to be presented to a jury. Essentially, it's a hearing where a judge decides if an expert witness's methodology and conclusions are valid enough to be considered evidence in the case.
Okay. And that's what they were doing with Dr. Russell, trying to determine whether she has a methodology. So the prosecution was saying she has no methodology. She just has empirical evidence, what she experienced, what she went through. But as I was saying, I just realized I really need a silicone thimble. Wow. This is what I need. Maybe I should return this other one. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, okay. Sorry, just distracted. But anyway, so the whole thing is that if a dog attacked John, those dog attacks had nothing to do with him passing away. Wouldn't have caused his head wound. And it doesn't make any sense if he was inside the house at the party, then the dog attacked his arm and they dragged him outside and left him on the front lawn. So I don't know, the whole thing, I do like Dr. Russell. She seems like a sincere person with a whole lot of experience. But I also can't shake the sense that I felt the whole time, which is that she got it in her head that it was a dog because she heard a dog was there, a dog that had apparently bitten somebody else. And I don't know, it just seems so weird because it's kind of like the dog bite. I don't see how that clears her of anything, and so I don't know. I could also see Judge Cannoni saying, you know what, I'm not going to let it in because you're just speculating. But then at the same time, I can see what she'll most likely will do is she'll let it in and she'll let the jury decide. She'll let the jury hear it because, she does have a right to put on a defense. And the fact of the matter is that Dr. Russell is an expert. Whether or not that I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, there's that. The case is supposed to start April, I believe. Like I said, I'm waiting for Baldoni to actually sue Blake and maybe Ryan. Maybe he'll sue Ryan as well. So we'll see. Anyway, join me. CatLoveDreamingPeach.com. Those other ones had bad reviews. They said they were super hot and sweaty. So these have good reviews. These look better. I think I'll try these. They look cute. And my son plays bass and the other one plays guitar as well.
CatLoveDreamingPeach.com.
Okay, so I am screen recording myself, and I thought I'll read a few minutes, maybe like 5 minutes or so. It's 2:03 a.m. right now. So this is Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against the New York Times. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll scroll through it. You'll see it's 87 pages. There's lots of screenshots and text. It's dark. Maybe I'll turn my light on a little bit. It's not helping. Is it making it worse? I have like eye sockets. Okay. So when I did my complaint video about Rob Lawn Lumber and Ian's stream where I felt like they were being very biased, they basically were like, scroll through. All right, let's go to Blake's. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. Like I said, I want to read for like 5 or 10 minutes. I made a video saying it was about Baldoni, but then I was like, well, I'm going to wait for him to sue her directly. Okay, so, but I want to just scroll through. So I do want to read some, but I kind of wanted to like just get to the bits. Okay. So, good morning. All right, I do think this is a little confusing. The way that they went up. So they're showing like in her original complaint, so there was things that were included, all excluded. Heading to the airport and there's a drive through the jungle that there's going to be no reception for around 24 hours. Joke, 45 minutes. Okay, this is Melissa Nathan. I'm sorry, you bring offline for 45 min was not included in the scope. Unacceptable. Probably being. Okay, I'm guessing that was a joke. I don't know. Okay, unscrupulously altered and selectively edited text messages. All right, let's see. Excluded. Canceled. The mail is going nuts. Damn, this is unfair because it's also not true. Or not me. Everything now looks like it's me. Maybe not to you. No, it totally does look like his side. Cool, thanks. Excluded, included. All right. Let's see. Complaint has. Let's see if I can zoom in, because who can read? It's blurry. That's blurry. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. So okay, maybe they have like. I don't know. It would probably make more sense if I was reading it instead of just scrolling through. But that's what I said. I do want to just kind of scroll through. TMZ. Reporter says Blake Lively's little bump felt like a bullet. LMAO, laughing my ass off. We've interviewed her too. Let me find that interview. Fucked her. Melissa Nathan. When? LOL. Also, what the fuck? Why am I in this too? You're a starlet. Fuck this week. How was the stunt? Okay, let's see. We didn't tell Jed to go after the idea that her promo was inappropriate. That happened organically because people saw the actual movie and were like, wait, this is a movie about domestic violence that they wore florals to. Zoe sent me this on Saturday and goes, quote, this is a crazy way to market this movie. We had nothing to do with that. Far from being a product of a calculated smear campaign by plaintiffs, the backlash against Lively was the inevitable fallout of her own tone-deaf messaging and self-promotional tactics, amplified by her inability to read the motherfucking room, bitch ass hoe, in addressing such a serious subject. Edits my own. This is not us, correct? Assuming the guy we brought in would never do this. 160 likes, 25 comments. Team hashtag Blake Lively, question mark. Details on my website. Perez Hilton, TikTok creator, claims she received sketchy DMs instructing her how to discuss Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama. Perez Hilton is scummy. None of us would ever do this. And also, no one even pays attention to this person past 2005. He's not relevant. Oh, she's talking about Perez. I mean, he's now just a troll. He is. Like, he was so mean to Britney. I have been watching lately. He's been talking about this, but everything he says, take with a fucking a Plymouth Rock size grain of salt. There is not one outlet that would ever cover it. Okay, so they're like, he ain't it. Obviously, none of us knew about this either, but once the media goes in, they go in. Let's be quiet. She's handed it to them all on a plate. Just concentrate on the success of the movie. Blake Lively fearing for her career amid it ends with us backlash. God, I'm so over this. Am sure Leslie thinks we placed this one as well. Yep, and same. The article deliberately ignores that Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan of Vision PR, once backed by Harvey motherfucking Weinstein, seeded stories critical of Baldoni, including that Baldoni was an egg predator ahead of the film's release. Sloan did so even while Nathan attempted to cooperate in good faith. Let's see if I can zoom in and scooch over. James, she said the whole cast hits Justin. This has nothing to do with Blake. And now she's saying that Blake was SA'd. Why wouldn't she say anything about that then? She knows she's full of shit. She told me that the whole issue was that everybody hates Justin. Nothing about Blake and Justin. She said it has nothing to do with Blake. BS. Bullshit. You can see that Leslie... Okay, Brian, it will be easier to send you the screen recording of our conversation, which I scroll through slowly in the conversation. You can see that Leslie bashes Melissa, tries to get me to say that Melissa was planting stories and bad-mouthing Blake. She also goes off calling Steph Jones a liar, and never once did she mention anything about the SA or SH. SH. Here is the screenshot recording. Something had with Leslie. We talked for a while, and during the conversation, Leslie asked me who it is that Melissa reps, who is with Tag PR. What happened with that He'll Take situation? She also told me that Melissa is not a real PR agency and that they don't have any good clients. She told me that she did not like Melissa on multiple occasions. She also told us to blank, who does not work with us anymore. She also asked about Steph Jones, who she was, what she did, where she works, who works with her. She had called her a liar too in the text messages. Also, she has a history of lying. This is a clear example. She gave me information on a story about blank and the real reason that he got off stage during a performance. She gave me the info. We printed the info. Blank didn't like it, so she comes back and says the following. Blank as fuck. Many times. She gives us information and then her client gets mad and then she comes back and says that she never gave it to us and it's a lie. I had many conversations with her about Blake and never once did she say anything about SA. I had a three-way call. You shouldn't say three-way right after SA. I had a three-way call with her and Melissa and she never said anything. Many times she gives us information and then her client gets mad. Oh, wait. Okay. I hope this helps in some way. If nothing else, it shows she doesn't like Melissa, and she tried numerous times to get me to say that Melissa was planting stories or that Melissa was bad-mouthing Blake after I told her countless times it was not the case. She kept going. I'll call your boss. She's a piece of work. So, wait, who was that all from? Melissa, I guess. Are they talking about Melissa? I don't know. Very confusing. We need to see the whole fucking shit. Show me all of it, because this is still chopped up. TMZ to Melissa Nathan. I figured I got some video from May 17th of Blake and Justin on set in Hoboken. Spelled wrong. They are in an animated conversation, so wanted to see if they want to give any background or context. Between us, the video isn't really great, mostly doing it because of all the speculation about the feud. It's not even between us, LOL. It's, and it's covered up. Alright, I already got to 10 minutes. People, story. I'm putting some lotion on. It's Viviter Geranium. People story about Justin Baldoni. False about cast crew hating him. We are told cast crew find Justin nice guy. Don't take as harsh of sides behind scenes as it's being reported. At this point, we're told it's being milked for publicity. Justin's over it. It really was creative difference between Blake and Justin, but wasn't nearly as bad as reported. Blake, huge ego, etc. is the reporting. TMZ. Okay, then Melissa Nathan. I'm in a hurricane. In a PR. In PR. Oh my god. OMG, are you okay? It's so cold. I need more lotion. Yes, and I just ate a poke bowl. I'd be so ill. That's like unintentionally hilarious. Do you have sources? BL Blake Lively Camp keeps thinking it's us placing, and we are. Now I'm already at 12 minutes. And we are doing F-all. Yes, on production, they've had a producer. Yes, on production, they've had a producer working overtime and spoke to people on production in post. Wait till I tell you the whole story. We are legit saying source says it's all Blake's ego. You have no idea. You think you do. You do not. In my whole career, I've never come across this situation. But why aren't people saying the real story if known? Can I call you back? Bitch, please call me back. Okay, wait, who was that? That was TMZ and Melissa Nathan. And that was, what was the date? Is this from Tuesday, August 13th? I don't know, it's like a different time. No date. 11:33, Leslie. Let's see, no date. There's no dates on these things? Okay. Leslie Sloan. They're liking City. Good for you. I know you're friends with Melissa. James. Yes, we are. Or, yeah, we are. Leslie Sloan. I am not paid to take people down. I'm honest. James. She hasn't done anything literally anti-Blake. Leslie Sloan, KK. She told me the same thing that she told you, which is she said that Blake's backlash is organic. Leslie Sloan. It's not. She did nothing but help get a movie make tons of money. Justin makes tons. She was kind of off promoting it as if it was Barbie, just based on the things that she said directly. And then this is from August 14th of 2024. Forward statement for TMZ from Jennifer Abel to Melissa, Brianna, and 3 more. James and Team FYI from Charlie Neff to Wayfarer Studios. Okay, statement for TMZ. Hello. Reporter. A source close to set says they don't know of an investigation, but there was an intervention. Quote, we heard there were multiple HR complaints from crew and cast starting with the first day of production. Wayfarer is the studio. It's unclear if Wayfarer Studios... I lost my spot. Performed an investigation into the claims against themselves. Separately, we are aware there was an intervention with Justin Baldoni. I'm getting comfortable, sorry. It's fucking late. Or early. Separately, we are aware there was an intervention with Justin Baldoni midway through production based on a pattern of inappropriate behavior by him towards cast and crew. Off record. Tag team. The only complaint which not confirmed if it was an official HR complaint was a guy up for a gig on the crew. Complained the younger guy who got it did so because of ageism. Complained the younger guy who got it did so because of ageism. There was investigation and found no wrongdoing. There are no other complaints, especially no other documented HR complaints. There was not an intervention on set or with members of the crew. This would be false to allude to. Blake and Ryan had Justin and his team over for a meeting where Blake expressed all the things she was upset about. This was not Justin versus the team behind the film. It was his team versus Blake and Ryan. More of a contentious meeting. The way it reads now reads as if it were a proper intervention with cast and crew. Not true. Thank you. I've just sent I'll keep you posted. What is the email for Wayfarer? I need to reach out. Leslie. Wait, so who was that? That was the reporter and tag team. Melissa. Happy to. I land in less than 2 hours. Thank you. Have a safe flight. Also, I am not doing one thing without speaking to you. I am not answering one email about this situation. I've told everyone to not do one thing, plant seed, even speak to one reporter, even on background. Now I'm involved. There will be no shock surprises to you. Me either. Heart. Tried you. Hi, I need to chat. Wait, so that was August 8th. This was not dated. Hi, I want to get into a place I can call. All right. So, Stephanie Jones has been nice and fixed things for us in past. I can give her a call that this is nothing burger. That this is a nothing burger. August 8th. Jennifer Abel wrote, team, please ignore thanks. Smile face X, which is like a kiss. Left word. Oh, it was blank has been nice. Left word for blank. She's been very nice in past, so we'll get this fixed. Stephanie Jones. From Jennifer Abel. Hi, I'm a reporter for dailymail.com, and I'm currently working on a story surrounding the recent rumors that there was a feud between It Ends With Us co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. A baby. What's that? Okay. Oh, God. So, Heath showed a video of the wife. But no, alright, so I'm getting really tired. So it goes much longer. This is from Lively. And who? Justin. Okay. Blake, ugh, I'm so sorry to hear you and baby are sick. Heartbreak. Heartbroken emoji. I know it's literally the last thing you needed right now on top of a tough week. I pray it comes and goes with mild symptoms and more than anything that he is okay. If you feel up for it, I'm here absolutely anytime and would love to check in. I know this week was a lot and I'm committed to making things run smoother across the board. Our mistake. Okay, that was May 26th of 2023. And then June 2nd, so like a week later. Our mistake. Molly did get the new pages at 11 p.m. last night. She didn't realize they were new, but new pages can always be sent to me as well, please, X. And then she says, I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines. Wait, what? What? Oh, no. I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines. So okay. I thought what I had misunderstood was that she had said, you know, come to my trailer if you want to work out our lines. And then when he got there, she was pumping. But she said, I'm pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines. Eating with crew, and we'll head that way. Take your time. I'm here. I'll meet you in HMU. Sorry, I'm just seeing this. Here's a shorter version of Christie's original. R, you're upset. Lily doesn't answer. R is Ryle. R, you didn't like the flowers, or is it you didn't like the card? L, Lily, it's all just really confusing. I thought we were friends. R, we are friends. L, then stop flirting with me, stop buying me flowers, and stop staring at me the way you are right now. It isn't fair. Ryle continues to stare. L, what are you thinking right now? Then have him whisper in ear, and they leave. All right, so Blake Lively just texts Ange this also. He hearted it. We'll show you both ways, but Beanie is much sexier. It's the look. Feels TV without, especially with a crop top in the snow. It justifies the rest of the skin, and also is a girl I would check out walking down the street because it washes the effort off the rest of the look. Okay, creepy. Good morning. So this is like the next day. If you don't have time to listen with morning craziness, here is text. Just want to make sure, okay, with throwing the jacket on from yesterday morning or putting it on your, I want to line up a shot and see if I can just use a piece of the shoulder. My shoulders are all bunched up. Just use a piece of the shoulder for the establishing shot. The old cafe we didn't get yesterday. I might not need it, but just want to cover. See you soon. If it's just her shoulder, no problem. If it's her body or head, etc., then it should be me. I was wondering about not having that shot, but kept it to myself. Blush. Yeah, we ran out of time. I want to line it up with the shoulder, and if it doesn't work, then when you're dressed, we'll figure it out. By the way, if you're ever wondering if we have a shot or need one, I don't ever feel it's overstepping if you bring it up to me. FYI, Brandon just landed. We're talking character. No one waiting. Blake Lively, mortified. They dropped me off at the flower shop. I was in the wrong spot. Okay. Justin Baldoni, just hired intimacy coordinator who I love. Will set you up to meet FT FaceTime with her next week for intro. I feel good. I can meet her when we start. Smile face. Thank you, though. So she didn't want to meet with her. But then she complained about that he didn't have one, even though he did. Just FYI from Justin. Just wanted to tell you about this. She seems she doesn't want to meet intimacy coordinator until we start, which may mess up the workflow. But I can still meet with her, of course. Female producer. I hope that's not how we had her in the phone. Female producer. That's fine if she doesn't want to meet her now. You'll just have to walk her through what you and intimacy coordinator are thinking. Thumbs up. Up yours. All right, well, I did go over. So, and they're not allowed to look at of her cut. We got it. Here we go. We'll keep taking the high road. Okay, so there's more. There's a lot more. What page is this? This is page 31. And there's many, many more pages with texts and descriptions. So, like I said, I'm planning on waiting until he actually sues her directly, and then I can do this again. Most likely, I will end up doing it in chunks, not like one whole long thing. If not for anything, because my computer can't handle more than like an hour and a half long video. So, and it's going to take longer than that. And I don't like to do live streams because then I can't edit it. So, oh, can you see the snow out there? Probably not. You can see a tiny bit. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know if you are looking forward to me reading it if and when he sues her directly, which I think he will. Okay, bye. All right, it is the morning. You can see over there, it's 8:54 a.m. It's Wednesday, January 8th. So I thought I would come back on. I'm at 31 of 86 pages. So obviously I'm not going to read all of this in this video. I thought I would just scan it and see if there's anything else that I wanted to add, because I'm probably not going to make another part. But like I did say, I will read his lawsuit if and when he sues Blake directly. Okay, so the Times' assertion that plaintiffs orchestrated a campaign to tarnish Lively's reputation blatantly disregards her bizarre behavior at the time and misrepresents plaintiffs' actions, which were modest, transparent, and purely defensive. The article entirely sidesteps the real source of conflict between Lively and plaintiffs, Lively's calculated and audacious attempt to seize control of the film. So I did want to just comment, because earlier in the video I was reading some text messages, and there were people who were saying, you know, she never mentioned the SA or the SH. And I wanted to just add, my hands are dry. I just wanted to say that, you know, in some cases of SA, SH, a lot of cases actually, people don't come forward. 75 to 80% of cases actually do go unreported. And although I do believe in this case that Blake Lively is making it up and lying on Justin Baldoni so that she can get, you know, claw back some kind of public sympathy. People really haven't liked her in a few years, I think. And it's all because of her own behavior. I personally think that this is because she sucks. She's terrible. She was audaciously calculating her attempt to seize control of the film. And when the backlash came, especially what I believe is the organic reaction to her terrible interviews and self-promotional promotion, that people were mad about that, turned off about that. People were like, ugh, this bitch. That's my opinion. All right, but let me read a little further ahead. It is hard because these are very small. Monday, August 9th, maybe? From Jen Abel. Hi, Jamie just filled me in about BookCon. I know this is devastating and such a kick in the gut. It's petty and childish at this point. I'm just making sure you're okay. We will get through this. Eye on the prize. Her attending BookCon is a win for the film ultimately. And if she wants to drag her ass to Texas, then let her. You can be home with your family, which is important. So I don't know if I completed the thought when I was saying that her not telling people is not necessarily proof that it didn't happen. And I'm just saying that because of the fact many people do not come forward about the SA or the SH because they're afraid of retaliation, because they're afraid they won't be believed. Like in this case, I don't believe her. Although I don't believe her, like I said, because of her history and because of his history and because of what he brought out in his text messages. I didn't believe her to start with because I thought, no, he's definitely innocent until proven guilty on this one. And she's definitely guilty until proven innocent in my mind. I know that's probably a very unpopular opinion because a lot of people are of the mindset, believe all women. Women should be believed. And if somebody says they were abused, then you should believe them. And I do believe that we should believe people in general, regardless of their genitals, and let the evidence show whether or not what they're saying is correct. Because there are false allegations, although it's 2 to 10% of allegations, give or take, a small percentage, which means that 90 to 98% of allegations are true. And that's still within the statistic that 75 to 80% of actual instances go unreported. So with that, all of that truth, I also believe that accusing somebody of SA and SH is one of those things that people are terrified to say, you're lying, I don't believe you, because they don't want to seem like a cold-hearted, insensitive grape apologist or SA apologist or SH apologist, which is what it's been for centuries. So because of all of that and the loaded nature of such allegations, a lot of people immediately believe, well, if she's saying that a lot of people believe, well, if she's saying it, it's got to be true. I have a client that is somewhat in the film industry, and we had a talk yesterday, and he said that he'd actually met her years ago, and he thought she was pretty cool. And I said, yeah, I think she's lying. And he was like, oh, really? And I said, well, I listened to the lawsuits, and it doesn't sound, it sounds kind of like, yeah, she may be lying. And he said, wow. And then he's like, well, I just don't understand why somebody would do that, though. And I agree. It seems like Peter Tragos, the lawyer I listened to, he was saying, the fact that she was so upset with him, she didn't want to be at the premiere with him, she didn't want him in the promotional material, like all the stuff. It must be because he really did the things, and she was hating him and didn't want to be anywhere near him, this creep, and that's what it was about. And that leads people to think, like, there's no reason why somebody would do that unless they were provoked because of his bad behavior. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes, like it says, maybe she has this astronomical ego where she thought that she could just come in and change everything and take control, and then, she literally took the movie from him. And maybe she was trying to conceal the fact that she did all that, especially because his cut got higher ratings or whatever in the screenings. And then she was like, well, fuck it, we're going to go with mine anyway, bitch. And then there was the backlash. Then what I believe was the organic backlash to her interviews and the way she chose to promote the movie, which was about DV. And she decided to make it about florals and her drink. Her drink. Okay? And people were like, what the F, girl? And then people were like hating on her. And I think that she was like, I have to claw back something. I have to make some reasonable excuse that people can believe in, where I am innocent again, and I'm a victim, and he is the creep. I don't believe it though. But anyway, back to reading. Okay, Jen Abel. So Justin Baldoni responds, she kicked me out officially from the film now. She's finishing it all. I can't be involved. Music, sound, VFX, everything. I'll make it through somehow. I just need to feel it all. Okay, and then let's see if I can zoom in on this tiny blurry text. Then I can't read that. It looks like it might, I don't know, be February? Justin Baldoni. Hey, can we get a call on the books to discuss overall strategy? Oh, and also overall strategy and also the sensitivity of what we are going into with the release. I'd love Steph there as well, and Jamie and Laura? Jen Abel. Absolutely. Steph is still recovering from surgery and likely not available for this until another week. I can check with her schedule and come back to you with dates. We talked about the sensitivity and importance of what we can say about the no more partnership on the last touch base we had with Jamie and Ashmi, as we need to hone in on what that messaging and start planting those seeds as we get closer. Also, any word on if it has been proposed yet to Sony about pushing release to July? Justin, no, this is sensitivity about Blake. Copy from Jen. Justin, give Jamie a call right now so he can update you on what's happening. Jen Abel, oh boy, I'm calling him now. Just spoke to him. What a horrible person, but nothing we can't handle. What's important is that you do what you need to do and have the space to make a great movie. I'll touch base with Steph and get a sense of her recovery and when she will be up for a call. Heartbreak emoji, prayer hands, and heart. Let's zoom back out. Notably absent from the Times narrative is Lively's insistence on obtaining editing privileges and demanding her own version of the film, a departure from industry standards. Even more egregiously, Lively leveraged her promotional commitments to pressure for the release of her cut. Evidence of Baldoni's efforts to accommodate Lively's demand, including a series of text exchanges with editors who were later replaced by Lively in favor of her husband's editor, underscores the extreme lengths Baldoni went to in order to preserve the film's integrity. The Times' willful omission of these critical details not only distorts the truth, but also perpetuates a false narrative that conveniently absolves Lively of her own culpability in the unraveling of professional relationships and the upheaval surrounding the film. All right, let's see if I can get into some more text messages. And I do actually have some work to do for my clients today, so. All right, so let's see. So this is from Justin to the Dream Team. Doesn't have a date. Okay. Blake wants to know when you could be there next week. Editor 2. I can fly on Sunday or Monday, up to you guys, Justin. And would you prefer to be there or edit from home? Oh, I think I read this already. Editor number 2. I honestly don't have a preference. Editor number 1. And so it begins. Justin, we could push for you to stay home. It's up to you. Editor 2. Both have pros and cons. I want Blake to feel like she's getting what she wants so we can move on from this need of hers. Justin, for the record, she's been getting what she wants this entire movie. Editor 2. I understand. Justin, and she's getting to edit, which is what she wants. Let's remember that, LOL. Editor 2. I understand. Justin Baldoni. And she's getting to edit, which is what she wants. Let's remember that, LOL. Editor number 2. Yes, and yet. Justin. True. Editor number 2. I don't want to give her any opportunity to say, well, because blank was in LA, we could only work certain hours, so I need more time, and I didn't really get what I want. I really didn't get what I needed, or whatever it may be. Justin. Point is, if you feel it's best, you want to go there, no problem at all. And also, if you would like to stay home, that is something we can say. I just want you to do what's best for you. Justin, they're showing it at Book Bonanza. Editor 2. The whole movie? Justin, yup. Hers. Editor number 1. Wow. Justin Baldoni. Was supposed to be ours, and then I was uninvited. Shrug. The whole thing is pretty cruel and intense. Editor 1. Unfucking believable. Editor 2. Ugh. Sorry, Justin. Justin. I love you both. 3 red hearts. Editor 2. 3 purple hearts. Editor 1. I just hope you love it for at least stomach the cut that is going out into the world. Haven't seen it. Can't yet. Also missing from the article is Lively's demand for an unearned producer credit and coveted PGA mark, a demand that Wayfarer and Baldoni were forced to concede under duress, as documented internally. Let's see if I can see this. All right, I think I'm going to read this and then I'm going to just get off. Private and confidential PGA letter from Jamie Heath. Let me see if I can get it where I can see it. No, I'm going to have to scroll in, zoom in and scroll over. Ah! Hi, everyone. I'm writing to you all regarding a letter that I wrote on behalf of Justin and myself addressed to the Producers Guild. As you know, we received a request to write a recommendation on behalf of Blake for her to receive the PGA mark. This was a request that we feel was unreasonable and cold-hearted. Essentially, the movie IEWU, It Ends With Us, has been taken unjustly from Justin as the director and essentially from Wayfarer's control due to the extortion of Blake. I should say extortion by Blake. Without going into all the details of the events that have transpired over the months, Justin and I ended up agreeing to write the letter due to feeling trapped. She continues to hold a threat over our heads, and every time we try and hold a line, she uses that threat, either directly or indirectly, to get us to fold. Make no mistake, I am not suggesting that we were literally forced to acquiesce, but given the high profile of the movie, the partnership with Sony, the amount of money invested, and the need to complete the movie, we have written a letter on her behalf, omitting the truth of how and why she was able to contribute in the ways we listed. There is nothing to do with this letter now. It only serves as a way to memorialize why the letter was sent in the first place, should we ever need to explain it. Thank you, Jamie, as in a fucking lawsuit, bitch. Jamie Heath, CIO or CKO, Wayfarer Studios. Moreover, the article fails to address the fact that Baldoni was systemically sidelined from the marketing of his own film. From the very beginning, Baldoni had insisted on marketing the film with a focus on DV and its survivors, a message that was integral to the film's purpose. Yet, Lively drastically limited his input and deliberately steered the promotional campaign away from its societal message, further undermining Baldoni's role. Lively initially refused to permit his attendance at the film's premiere. Only after significant pressure did she reluctantly agree to allow Baldoni and the Wayfarer team to attend, but under humiliating conditions. The Wayfarer team and their families, including Baldoni and Heath, were segregated from the main cast, barred from the exclusive after-party, and forced to organize their own event at additional cost. Baldoni's participation on the red carpet was cut short, and his family and friends were confined to a makeshift holding area in the basement before being escorted into a separate theater after Lively's departure. Not only had Lively stolen the film, but she also robbed Baldoni and his team of any genuine opportunity to celebrate their hard work. Okay, then Jen Abel. Let's see. But nothing we can't get through together. This film will be successful. She has already promoted heavily, so if she backs away now, it looks worse on her. And you just focus on the bigger picture of how this film is going to change the game for you and the studio. Justin Baldoni. Just find ways to keep me busy when she gets everyone together. Obviously, if the whole cast is making content together, that's her trying to clue people onto there being an issue. Everything she does is calculated, yet also manic. Jen, I hear you, and we are already ahead of this with this Sony who has our back here. I feel good about that, and they understand the larger issues if fans start poking holes. That doesn't benefit Sony either. Justin, she doesn't want to be the bad guy, so she'll find a way to say it without saying it. Jen, that's why we just need to stay ahead of it. Justin, attempting to rewrite history and like I'm not the one who developed this and spent 5 years trying to make it, and like there's an issue with me. It's just mean and hurtful, and she knows exactly what she's doing. So, oh God, he got sick. So there's more. Like I said, I am not going to read this whole thing. And, you know, some people may believe that the only way it makes the only way it makes sense is if he did the things. You know, some people are just not going to believe that she could potentially be an egomaniac and or a total control freak who would try to bring somebody down, take them down, put them in a headlock, take them down because embarrassed by this self-induced backlash, Lively now seeks to vilify Baldoni in a dubious attempt to resuscitate her public image. So what do you guys think? As I said, my view is biased. I am biased in Baldoni's favor, and that is true, and it's coloring my opinion. But I also am open to the truth. The fact is that right now, I could easily see somebody saying, well, of course he's going to say she's lying. Of course he's going to say she's calculated. Of course he's going to say she's an egomaniac and, you know, she has no reason to do all this stuff except for the fact that, you know, she's trying to take him down. But the truth is what she's saying. The reason she was trying to take him down, the reason she didn't want to be anywhere near him, the reason for all of that is because he did the things. Okay? And we'll see. We'll see. I do believe that he is going to sue her. Oh, let me see what this says right here. So it had said, Miss Nathan then bragged to Miss Abel that Mr. Baldoni doesn't realize how lucky he is right now, by which they were referring to their successful efforts to shut down stories that would have revealed how Mr. Baldoni's behavior included sexual connotations on set had made the cast and crew beyond Miss Lively uncomfortable. And then this is all what was excluded from Jen and Justin, I think. I don't know. It doesn't say. LOL Roger. Yeah, Jillian reached out. Blank. E.T., who just annoys me. And I saw that Katie said limited pickup, but I've honestly not seen any from those two pieces. Just keep on giving nothing. Nothing, not one thing from those pieces. I mean, that was just a lot of work, just talking everyone off the fucking ledge for those two pieces. Literally. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. And then after the weekend, people are going to move completely past this. It's boring, nothing new came out for anyone. I bet you have it that constant. Oh my God, yes, you will die. He doesn't realize how lucky he is right now. We need to press him on just how lucky, how fucking lucky. The whispering in the air, the sexual connotations like Jesus fucking Christ. Other members feeling uncomfortable watching it. I mean, there is just so much. Doesn't matter if it's not true. I know, I don't think they get that. They think the truth wins. No, it doesn't. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, we are dealing with a psychopath who literally called you a sexual predator. Let's all be happy with difficult. Excluded. And I'm like, okay. I have it on text message, by the way. Unbelievable. Let's be really happy with difficult. And if he told him we took out misogynistic. Leslie can't possibly believe that. Leslie Sloan. Let's give it a day to calm and let's call Jamie together tomorrow and we can explain to him a few things together. And socials are really, really ramping up. And she gave that a like. In his favor, she must be furious. It's actually sad because it just shows you people really want. In the article, The Times writes, Lively's filing includes excerpts from thousands of pages of text messages and emails she obtained through a subpoena. And these and other documents were reviewed by the New York Times. However, the Times failed to review and or investigate the plethora of communications demonstrating that plaintiffs had zero intention of smearing Lively and every intention of simply promoting the film and its message. Justin. Good morning, team. So I was thinking about the response to this weekend, and I feel like what we should do is make sure to emphasize the voices of the survivors. It's going to be a lot of buzz, how much money the movie made, but I want to be the one that always directs the back to the survivors. So I would love to come up with some sort of video or carousel of messages from survivors and the response to the film. Okay, and then they talk about the bots. So, more trolls. So, this is a team PR thread with tag. Let's discuss this at some point. We need to be careful not to put out any stories that look so placed. Definitely open to discussion as a group on different ideas, especially as it links into new projects to clear it all up. So that's that. And I will keep my eye on things and, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not, I'm not a PR crisis manager. I'm just a regular old person with some insight and some thoughts and a big, big dose of giving a fuck about justice. So that's where I will leave this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join me. Also, I have playlists on my playlists tab. I have started a playlist for Baldoni. I have other playlists that you can check out and see and follow along. on the cases and the trials that I follow, or topics that interest me. Mwah! I always like to say my little tagline, the fine line between true love and true crime. And this might not be exactly true crime, but it kind of is. It's a crime to falsely accuse someone of something, or conversely, it's a crime to SA and SH people. So either way, some shit happened, and I want to uncover it and get to the bottom of it, and hopefully the truth will be revealed. All right, with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye! Fucking crook. I don't know.
CatLoveDreamingPeach.com